Hey, girl, hey. It's pretty dark. All right. Okay. Hey, girl, hey. It's me, Amadio. No, but hey, it's me, Felice Olivia. back, back, back like I never left. Welcome to 2025, y'all. So, um, yeah, I don't even know how to get this thing started. But let me just start over again. Hey, girl, hey. Welcome to 2025. I am Felice Olivia, and this is the Diary on Air podcast, round two. Barely. So last year in January, I started this podcast, or I tried to start a podcast and I failed miserably. Not really, but I definitely didn't go as far as I thought I would. And so we're going to try it again. And hopefully this time around, we will do what we set out to do. So yeah, I just, felt the urge to record today. I have been sitting on this since December. And I was like, okay, like come January, I'm going to record. I mean, of course, just like last year, I bought extra things and did all the things to prepare for a podcast. But, you know, I don't know if I mentioned it last year, and I'm sure if you're listening, um, whatever, you've heard this before. Like, it's not about what you have, or it's not about what you need to start a thing. It's like what you have to start a thing is what's going to get you everything that you need. I think that one thing about the American culture is that it pushes us to desire more than what we have, and it makes it feel like we're never enough and we don't have enough and we just got to keep striving for all these things, and like that's not true. So anyway, I'm all over the place, but yeah, here I am, round two of the Diary on Air podcast, and I actually think I might want to name it Hey Girl Hey. Okay, there might be somebody who already has that, but we're gonna check and see. So anyway, so I just want to do a recap of 2024 for me. I think the last entry that I made was about me meeting this guy, this older guy, and like me being feeling intimidated and all this stuff. And I went forward with that relationship, and I learned so much from that relationship. And I won't go into all the details about it, but I think I remember myself saying in that podcast, like, I just didn't feel like I was good enough. And, I was really intimidated by the guy's success and stuff like that. And, I learned that, you know, everybody has insecurities. Um, and yeah, like, I don't know. I learned so much in that relationship, and super grateful to be here today and to be able to reflect on it, and looking forward to my next and final relationship, which is the one that I'm going to have with my husband. hmm Because I am declaring that in 2025, I will meet my husband. I don't know if we're going to get married in 25, but I'm definitely going to meet him, and we'll probably be engaged. Okay. So, yeah. So, let's see. So, January 2024. Right now, I'm filming in my mom's um, apartment, her new space. Last year, I was filming in her home. So much has happened since then. I was living in my mom's house the last time I filmed, eagerly wanting to get my own place. And I believe I moved out of my mom's place in April 2024. Um, I had lived there for about three years, actually 3 years to be exact, I think, because I moved in April 2021 into my mom's place. And so I moved out April 2024. So when I recorded last, it was in January 2024. I brought my dream car in February 2024. I moved out April 2024. I started boxing in January 2024, which is my favorite thing to do. Last year was an incredible year for me, financially, materialistically, just like a lot of outward expression for me. Was a really good year for me last year. Like a lot of things that I desired on an outward space or whatever, that's what I received. I received all the things on the outside. And, after living in 2024 and going through 2024, I did realize like you can have so many things and still have nothing if you don't have God. And I had a super, super blessed year last year. And this year, I don't necessarily desire outward things. I don't have any need for anything else besides a husband, which, I mean, that's outwardly, but that's for my soul. I desire a soul connection, something more intimate. But like materialistically, it's like I've seen it. It's like, okay, whatever. But yeah, so let's see. I don't know. I just wanted to hop on and talk. You know, I think I started the year. Yeah, I went on like a fast or something where I was off social media, and I didn't see a lot of things that people were saying for the first 3 or 4 months. And I think around that time, Risa Tisa did that thing with her about her ex. I didn't want to watch that because at the time I was dating the guy that I had met, and I didn't want any kind of negative influences. Now looking back, I wish I had watched it to save myself some time. but but yeah. Uh, Yeah, so I still haven't watched the Risa Tisa thing. And I think that the thing about Risa Tisa is that so many people have been in her shoes. So many people have gone through that experience. And just so happened for her, she had a viral moment. It was, I was going to say she was able to eat off of it, but at the same time, maybe not. Like, I feel like she could have gotten more off of it. She did do a Good Morning America thing and whatever else, but she could have gotten so much more because she's an incredible storyteller. I'm not sure if there's some things she got going on working behind the scenes, but Risa Tisa of 2024 was a remarkable storyteller. And, you know, it was a real life thing for her, but she could definitely produce a film. hmm She could be a great writer. She could be the next Shonda Rhimes. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, like I was saying, I think that a lot of us has had Risa Tisa moments, and I pray that nobody has a Risa Tisa moment this year. Okay. Like we are done with the failed, horrible, toxic relationships. I think, you know, yeah, I want to watch what I say here and be mindful of that. I'm a person that connects with the people just by way of my gifts that God has given me. Some of you may know who are watching, some of you may not know that I used to be in the occult. And one of the things that in the occult, that I did was read for um, the collective of people. And one thing that I learned in that season of my life is that a lot of us are collectively experiencing similar things. And just going back to how I said, like, yeah, a lot of us have had Risa Tisa moments because a lot of us have. A lot of us could relate to the story that she told. And moving forward, like I said, also going into 2025, we will not be having Risa Tisa moments. Like, I think that the collective has experienced so much that we are no longer willing to put our hearts, mental health, all the things on the line for toxicity. There's still some people there, but there's a major shift in the world, in our souls and spirits that are not willing to experience these things any longer. I think that this podcast will mostly be centered around relationships because I love relationships. I love everything about relationships, platonic, romantic, family, friendship, all the things relating in relationships. So that's mostly what I'll be talking about here. But yeah, so that was a big thing in 2024, the Risa Tisa moment on TikTok. And there's another lady that was on TikTok that had a relationship, with Miss Gail Lewis, honey. And a lot of people may or may not know Gail Lewis, but she came after Risa Tisa and she had the airport moment with finding her husband in the airport with his mistress, honey. Girl, that thing was so crazy. I love Gail Lewis. If you don't know who Gail Lewis is, look her up on TikTok and go back and watch her story because that was crazy. I think she was married to the guy for like 20 something years, and she just a rabbit hole of finding out that he had so many women that he was dealing with. The guy was like a big wig CEO of some kind of bank or money, something, whatever. He was making so much money, honey, and he was spending it on all his honeys. Okay. And the young lady who he was caught in the airport with, she knew he was married and didn't give a okay. But yeah, that was really hard to watch a woman, suffering in a marriage like that. Infidelity is horrible. Okay. I strongly advise anybody right now who's listening, if you're thinking about committing infidelity, adultery, or whatever, don't do it. Save us all the heartache, honey. This is a glass of Pinot Grigio. One moment. Yes, we slurp. So, yeah, Gail Lewis was a big thing in 2024 that I witnessed and, took part in and enjoyed watching or whatever. They need to put Gail on Housewives of Atlanta, child. And I don't know why it's taking Housewives of Atlanta so long to come back. They have been gone since 2023. I think it was like September 2023 that they stopped, the last show aired. And I've seen 2 seasons of Housewives of Potomac and of Married to Medicine. And I don't know why they are tripping on Atlanta Housewives. All these people got to do, okay, while they looking high and low, searching far and wide, all they got to do is bring back Nene Leakes. Okay. We love us a good Nene Leakes, girl. I miss Nene. They need to bring back Nene, Sheree, Kim Zolciak, Phaedra, Portia, Kenya, Candy, Marlo. I love Sonya too. She's a quiet one, but I love Sonya too. But if they bring back the main cast of Atlanta Housewives, ratings through the roof. Ratings through the roof. Okay? These people don't want to make no money. They don't want to make no money. And I don't know, the Jews, they're very sensitive people. And sometimes I don't even want to say Jew or Jewish because I'd be scared they're going to hear me, child, and try to get rid of me. But and I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying. You see how I'm getting all nervous because I'm saying, girl, you cannot mess with Jewish people. And so I think that Nene said something to them folks about them folks or something, and they is not having it. They not letting her back, and that is crazy. Okay, but yeah. So I don't know how we got on the Housewives. Oh, I was saying that Gail Lewis should be on the Housewives of Atlanta, and I think they are coming back in 2025 or whatever, and I'm super excited about that. But child, they probably ain't gonna give a damn thing. They probably not gonna give too much. Okay, I want them to give, but I don't know. It's been so long in the crew, you know. Candy finally is not going to be on this season. King is not going to be on this season either. And not that Candy is not. Candy served her purpose for sure. Like everybody plays a role, but it's okay if Candy takes a season off. Like you know what I mean? Like we're not gonna miss her. Like not that we're not gonna miss her in a bad way, but she's not a Nene Leakes, and we miss you. We miss you, Nene. Okay. But yeah, so okay. What else? So yeah, 2024 for me. 2024 for me. I lived out one of my greatest passions, which is boxing. I not in the ring, honey. I started on the mitts in June of 2022 when I went through a breakup, and I did that for a few months during the summer, and then I started back last January 2024 until September 2024, 9 months, where I went 3 to 4 times a week, you know, boxing with my boy Brandon. And I had so much fun. Oh, I enjoyed myself so much. And I actually started boxing because I started dating a guy, the older guy, and I was like, I need something to distract me so I don't get all invested with my emotions. Like I needed a different outlet so I didn't like fall so head over heels in love and just lose myself, you know. And it was perfect timing. And I ended up stopping in September of 2024 because I hurt my back. Okay, like I had a sciatic nerve injury, and it is the most painful thing I have ever. Like it hurts so bad that no. First, I actually had a knee. My knee was hurting really bad from the boxing, and then I was supposed to do physical therapy, and I just kept putting it off and off and off and off. And then finally I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do physical therapy. The last session of boxing that I was going to do, I was going to leave that session and, you know, start physical therapy. Child, it went from my knee to my hip and from my hip to my back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And that was September. This is January. I haven't worked out since, baby. Don't play with me. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. And that hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad that I haven't worked out for like 4 months. Okay. So if you're listening, if you got something going on with your knee, please do physical therapy. Don't wait. Because it will go to your hip and then to your back. And I also turned 35 last year. I turned 35 in 2024. And you know, child, I said, don't be turning 35, honey, because started in my knee, went to my hip, went to my back, went to my other knee. I had to get glasses in 2024 because like I have like astigmatism or something in my right eye. You know, just everything. Okay, things as what else happened? Something else happened, child. But just so many things start happening when you turn 35, honey. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, I boxed for a majority of the year, fitness wise, and I love it so much. I was looking at my some of my videos today, from boxing, and I'm just like, oh, there's nothing like a passion, you know. After I had finished boxing, I was about to start doing the Pilates thing, you know, cute suburban housewife type thing situation. But my back was still hurting, and I said, I had signed up for a membership at this place called Jet Set, and I ended up going ahead and canceling that membership because I still wasn't ready. My body wasn't ready. So yeah, I haven't worked out in quite some time, but I do feel like I feel this urge to work out right now. Cause see, I feel like I work out for the fall. You know, I get my body ready for the fall, child. Okay. You know how people be like summer bodies are made in the winter? No, like I do winter, summer, and then fall. I sprout. I was born in the fall, and so that's just a season for me. I love it in the fall. It's so beautiful, or whatever. So yeah. Um. So let's see. Yeah, I boxed. I was in a relationship. I didn't have to be in that relationship, but I did it anyway. Um. And again, I learned so much in that relationship, and I don't regret it. I think that everything that we do in life, like some things we shouldn't do. We don't have to do. Some lessons we don't have to learn, you know. And at the same time, if we're afforded the opportunity to learn a new lesson or another lesson, it's like just learn the lesson. Just get it. You know, and I think that after this relationship, honey, I got it. Okay. I got it, and I want to get my man too. What I'm saying is, I think that I had a really, really, really bad relationship before this one. And that really, really bad relationship really taught me some things. And this one sealed the deal. Right. And so moving forward, I'm only going to have one more relationship. Or I'm only going to have one more relationship. The final relationship is going to be my best relationship. It's going to be the relationship that I've prayed for, that I've worked for, that I've like just the relationship that will reflect what God, all that God has done for me and prepared me for, you know, is going to be the best relationship. And anybody who knows me personally knows how I feel about love, relationships, and romantic stuff. Like, I'm a sap. You know, I'm always talking about it. I love it. And people try to make you feel like you're crazy for wanting a man child. Hold on. Because I'm going to dedicate a whole podcast to that one because the girls be like, why you want a husband? You so desperate. Why you need a man for? We don't want no man. Like, girl, is you gay? Why you don't want a man, sister? Sister, why don't you want a man, sister? Like, I want and need a man. And not just any man, the husband. Okay, I need a husband. I need a protector, a provider. I need that covering. I mean, I don't know. I do know. I think that a lot of women have been hurt and disappointed and let down from childhood to adolescence to adulthood. And there's a hardening and a bitterness that comes upon women that makes us repel and not want to be a part of a connection or something. It's like I feel like a lot of women who say these things nowadays, they really want it, but they're so afraid of being let down. It's a child wound inside of them that's so afraid of being let down that the only thing they can say is like, they don't want it. And it's like, that's weird. What are you gonna do? What do you don't want a family? You don't want to combine families? You don't want to reproduce love? And you understand what I'm saying? You don't want to connect with a person and produce something? Because there's this American culture is so selfish. So selfish. It's like, I can do I. What about we and us? Why not? I don't, child, I am beat kaput. Okay. I've been doing stuff by myself since I was, feel like forever. And for me, I'm exhausted. hmm And I want to do this thing with somebody else. I need help. And though I can do it alone, duh, because God has created all of us individually, and because of our relationship with God and connection with God, like there's so much that we can do alone, and not just alone, but with God. But you know what's even better? A three chord strand, a 3 strand cord, 3 strand cord. Yeah, I think it's something like that. A 3 strand cord in the Bible, child. Let me just look it up because you know how I butcher that thing. Let's see, 3 strand cord. Yes, a 3 strand cord is not easily broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12. Let me see. What does a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken mean? Yeah, it's strength found in unity. Duh. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to read this just since we're here. Because I'm on Google, child, and we love a good Google topic. The biblical meaning of a cord of 3 strands. A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. It's not quickly broken. This imagery of a 3 stranded cord illustrates the strength found in unity. Individually, strands can easily break, but when woven together, they become much stronger and more resilient. Baby, what God has done for me in my life, how He's propelled me, like just kept me, sustained me, all the like. I don't know if I don't want a lot out of life, and I'm good with the things that I desire for me. Like some people want to do all these other things. CEO people want to do all these things. The things that I want right now, I'm pretty satisfied with what God has done for me in my life. And what I'm saying is, what He's done for me just by myself, incredible. What God can do with me and another person, I hate. Because even though God didn't say it, but the Bible does say somewhere in there, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Okay? I'm a good thing. I'm a good thing alone. So you got me as a good thing, and then you're going to get favor from the Lord. Okay. But yeah, child, I don't know where I was going with that. They become much stronger and more resilient. I am resilient. That's what I was going to say. I am strong and resilient with a partner. I can't imagine. Like, I'm just believing God for a partner who, not just someone who's like me, but who's compatible to me and me compatible to them. You know, some of the things that I like to do is to give, like give. I mean, I give because of God, you know what I'm saying? But I can give a lump sum of money here and there or whatever. And I like to encourage people and like propel people and motivate and help them get to the next level. And it's like, if I had a partner who had the same mindset, it's like we could change the world together, you know? So anyway, I feel like I'm going somewhere, but nowhere at all. Let's see how much time we got to record. Yeah, so also I want to talk about this camera that I got. Last year I got the Sony ZV-E10. Love the camera. And not because you just buy the camera and you love it. But the lens that I also bought is a Sigma 30 1.4 lens. Oh, this thing is fire, baby. Clarity on fleek. The clarity is top tier. I love it. Yeah, so I'm not a big techie person. I'm not really all into technology and stuff like that, but just doing this podcast or trying to get this podcast started, I really like tech stuff. You know, it's interesting. Like I'm really not that person. Like I'm more like normal than like techie. Um, but like with the podcast stuff, I like tech stuff. Um, now I'm just talking inside at the side of my neck. But yeah. So let's see. So I also want to talk about like I don't know where I'm gonna go with this. This is the diary on air, and whew, child, I want to be as transparent as possible without exposing myself too much. You know. Um. Oh, TLC, yes, girl. No scrubs. Okay. So I'm watching YouTube, some videos like a R&B mix, and no scrub, no scrub, no, no. Oh, scrub, no, 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 no. Okay, so No Scrubs just came on, and I used to love TLC. Who was I? I was left out because my name is my nickname is Lily, and I have two girl cousins. They're sisters, and Chancey was Chili, and Rundy was T-Boz, and so because she was the oldest. And yeah, I was left eye, the crazy one, and see how that works. But yeah. Okay, child. So I'm back. Back like I never left. So yeah, the camera had to shut down because it got too hot. But I guess I'm just gonna wrap it on up here, and I'll have to do a part two once I edit this and figure out where I left off at and stuff like that. Um, but like part one of my 2024 recap, and yeah, I have to push forward in doing this podcast thing this year. Like, I want to do it, and I can't let anything distract me. And I'll come back and talk about distractions in the next podcast, in the next episode. And maybe in the next episode, I will be at my place with the cute decorations and stuff like that because I'm at my mama's house in the bathroom, just recording, trying to make a thing. Oh my God, because like Diddy and everything. Oh my God. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and check out or tap out or leave and whatever. So thank you for tuning in to part one of my 2024 recap. Seems like the thing just flew by, honey. Just here today, gone tomorrow. And not like that, but watch your words. Watch your words. But 2024 was here, and then it's gone. Okay, so 2025, here we go. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace in the Middle East. Bye.